Today we're going to talk about the inflation crisis. It has been an ongoing thing for years now, but it will eventually go away, eventually. And I've been wanting to talk about this for a couple of weeks now because I have been seeing massive increases at the store still yet. And I'm like, hello, are you going to give? Are you going to quit? It would be so nice if you just stopped, you know? So let's talk about it. Let's talk about some tips on how to get through this continuing inflation crisis. Before we get started, I want to let you know that I am not here to cause you panic. I'm hoping to do the complete opposite of that. Just a few tips that we all can use to get through this together. Every family has been hit by this inflation. I don't care how much money they make, everybody has seen an impact from this inflation crisis. In 2024, families are finding it more and more difficult just to be able to afford the essentials. Prices are soaring. That's the reality of it. Prices are soaring in every aspect. Housing, electric, water, gas, food, it's soaring. Every time I go to the grocery store, I see something that has went up in price. I am seeing a lot of good summer sales, but I still see increases on things. For instance, I did my grocery shopping at Aldi this week. A can of peas was $1.49. A can of peas! Aldi brand, $1.49. That almost made me angry. And I know you're probably thinking, Brooke, how can we cut back any more? We have already cut out so much to try to make it. I know you have. I know. But let's stay positive. Don't let it get you down. We can get through this. And here are a few more tips to help you get by. Tip number 1, keep your kitchen cool this summer. Using your oven and your stove topless will drastically reduce your electric bill. Do you have a crock pot or an air fryer? Do you have an instant pot? You can utilize those appliances to help reduce your electricity usage, like for real. Okay? And if you're kind of worried about the instant pot where you have to release the pressure and you're afraid the pressure being released might heat up your kitchen, hear me out, okay? Take it outside, sit it on a table, and plug it up on your porch. There's no rule that says that you can't use that outside. Use it outside. You won't have to heat up your house. I mean, heating up your kitchen in the middle of summer, you're kind of miserable in there. You're like, it is too hot in here. I cannot. So this is going to help you in 2 ways. You're not going to get as hot, and it's going to keep the electricity bill down. Tip number 2. Along with keeping that electricity bill down, here are a couple other things that you could do to help that. Change that air filter on time. You can get like every 30 days, every 60 days, every 90 days. Change it on time and it will help. Keep those doors shut. Tell them children to shut that door on their way out because it'll let out all your cold air, and that air conditioning is going to have to crank up and keep on working, using more electricity. Keep the door shut, kids. And definitely don't move your temperature on your thermostat up and down, up and down. Set it and leave it. And they say that you should keep your thermostat set to 72 degrees in the summer, but just set it to where you want it, but just leave it and don't touch it. That'll help on that electricity bill. Tip number 3, if you have not started an emergency food storage in your home yet, I urge you to please start one. And you might be asking yourself, how can spending money help me save money? And I get you, I understand, but let me explain. What I like to do is take $5 per week to the grocery store, and I find sale items that are so cheap, and they're pantry stable. Sometimes we do freezer friendly as well. And we spend $5 on, well, sometimes I spend a little bit more than $5 if I saved it up over a course of a couple weeks, but typically it's $5 a week I spend on pantry items or freezer items. And I take those items and I put them in my working pantry for just in case. Just in case of what? There are multiple reasons why I say having an emergency food storage is insanely important. Here's just a couple of reasons why. If you stock up when those items are on sale, and by stocking up, I just mean like $5 worth. I don't mean insanely going and getting 30 cans of beans at one time. No, I'm just take your $5 and go buy a few extra of the on sale items, right? And if you buy these items when they're on sale, and remember, our pantry is a working pantry. So we don't just stick it down there and never use it again. We work through it. We rotate it out to make sure that nothing goes bad. And this ensures that we're going to get the best price for that item, ultimately saving you a lot of money in the long run. You're not going to have to buy it at that big full price because you already have it and you bought it with the sale price. So you're saving money by doing that. By building a pantry for $5 each week can help you when you hit a financial snag. There could be a week where you're just running low. Something happened, there's an emergency. You never know what could have happened and you just are tight on funds that week. Well, you can rely on your emergency pantry to get you through till the next payday. So take $5 a week, go to your favorite store that has the best price around you and stock up on items that you use normally. Now make sure it's items that you use every day usually. Well, not every day, but weekly, Don't buy something that you've never used before. But get items that your family loves on sale, put it in that freezer or that pantry, and I swear it builds up so fast. Tip number 4, thrift stores. You need a new pair of shorts, head to that thrift store before you head to that department store. I will admit that there are times when I can find a better deal at a department store before a thrift store. Like if the department store has a coupon or a really great sale. Yes, sometimes I can do better at a department store. But most of the time, thrift stores are going to be cheaper. So that's why I usually hit up thrift stores first before I go anywhere else. Nowadays, every single penny counts. Every penny counts. So for instance, if a brand new pair of shorts at a discount department store like Ross, if a brand new pair of shorts costs $16.99 for Ryder, and I go to a thrift store and that same pair of shorts, same brand, it's been worn a few times, still in great shape, and it's around $8.99 for that pair of shorts. That is an $8 savings right there. I know, $8.99. Before all of this inflation crisis, I would see the $8.99 price on the used thrift store shorts, and I would be like, that is outrageous for a used item. Like, come on. But I got over that real fast because in my mind, I see I'm still saving money. I'm still saving money. I could have bought him the $16.99 pair of shorts or the $8.99. Been worn a couple times. That is still an $8 savings right there. So when thrift stores might not be the best deal on something used, especially nowadays, what thrift store has great prices nowadays? I'm like, come on. That is still a huge savings. And I'm going to take the savings where I can. A couple weeks ago, I got Braden a pair of Columbia shorts at a thrift store, and they were $9.99. And someone told me, Brooke, that is insane for a used pair of shorts. $10? And I was like, yeah, I know. Normally, any other time, I'll be like, no. I'm not paying $10 for a used pair of shorts. But that same pair of shorts at a discount department store is $20 to $25, and I got it for $9.99. And even if I go to Walmart to get a cheaper version of those shorts, it's going to cost me $12 to $15. So I still saved money by buying the thrifted shorts. I know that thrift stores, especially in my area, are not the best thrift store prices, but the prices are better than department stores. saving money where I can. So definitely check out your thrift stores before you go to a department store. Tip number 5, find a side hustle. And I know it's like so easy for somebody to say, find a side hustle. It is totally possible, okay? I have had a bajillion side hustles in my lifetime, and it has majorly helped my family. I will give you a few examples of the things that I have done in the past, but first, let's talk about this for a second. The options are endless for a side hustle. Do you have a lawnmower? Go walking down the street to your elderly neighbor's house. Ask them if they need their lawn mowed and charge them a really good price. Do you have a talent like crafting? Vicky. I have been trying to get Vicky to go to one of these antique booth vendor setups that we have here in town. We have so many of these antique shops around here in town. I cannot even tell you how many. Minimum 8. Minimum. And what they do, they charge a booth rental fee. You can rent a little section of their store and set up all your goodies that you make, or just things that you collect, just anything like that. And they charge like a fee. There's just one in town. They charge $80 a month for the booth rental. And then they take 3% of all your earnings. So all you do is take the items that you've made, set it up in the booth, price it, and they handle all the money flow. They handle everything. And at the end of their billing cycle, they will cut you a check. So your hobby that you already love to do, you can make money on the side if you have any of these antique vendors around here. Now, I know it says antique and crafts aren't necessarily antique, but they don't care. You can take anything in there. People sell earrings that they make. They sell hair bows. They sell pretty much anything. They sell freeze-dried candy in those places. You could definitely do something like that. Do you bake bread? Do you bake cupcakes, cookies? Sell them on your local Facebook group. A few of these little side hustles that I have done in the past, I've done quite a few. Cleaned houses for a good minute. I advertised on Facebook, and I charged people like $40 to $50 for cleaning their whole house like once a week. I did that for quite a while. I have handcrafted earrings and things like that, and I've set up at a flea market and I have sold it. I have made cups, sold the cups. Flour sack towels. I use my Cricut to make little cutouts to iron on flour sack towels. I've sold those to make extra cash on the side. I've made homemade candies and sold it. I have made food trays like lunches, and I have sold that. The possibilities are endless. Tip number 6, add fillers to stretch your meat. And I know a lot of people are probably going to be like, Brooke, my family will not go for this, but here's a little side tip. Don't say nothing about it. Keep it a secret. Don't tell them. Because if you tell them, they're going to make up their own mind about it before they even try it. And they're going to be negative about it. Don't say anything. Just act like it's a new recipe that you're trying. Like, for instance, for taco meat, you could stretch it with onions. You could peel and dice up zucchini or squash and put it in there. That stuff absorbs the flavor of everything. I swear it does. You could use beans and lentils, of course. This is another really good way that you could use to stretch taco meat. And I haven't did it yet. And I seen somebody do it on TikTok the other day. And I'm going to try it. Dice cooked potatoes. And then they mix it in with the hamburger meat. And those potatoes are just like a blank canvas of whatever you want to season it with. So they suck up all that taco meat flavor. And taco meat and potatoes sounds pretty bomb. You could do that. Like, for instance, if you're making shredded barbecue chicken sandwiches, you could add veggies to stretch it, like onions or peppers, mushrooms. If you're making meatloaf, you could add extra veggies. You could add lentils. You could add more oats or crackers or breadcrumbs. You can use a lot of different fillers to stretch that meat, and that will save you tons of money in the long run. Tip number 7, preserve your own food. Now, hear me out. I know some of you are like, Brooke, I cannot use a canner. That is scary. No. Do not be intimidated by preserving your own food. If I can do it, you can do it, because y'all, I'm a mess sometimes, but if I can do it, I promise anybody can. Anybody can. And you don't even have to have your own garden to preserve your own food. Did you find like a gigantic sale on tomatoes this week at the grocery store? Buy a lot of those tomatoes and can those into something tasty. You could do stewed tomatoes, diced tomatoes, make your own pizza sauce or pasta sauce. Just simple tomato sauce. You don't have to have a garden, and anybody can preserve their own food. Tip number 8. I need you to remember, simple is okay, basic is good too. You don't have to have a big fancy schmancy dinner or lunch every day. Simple is okay, and simple is tasty. Sometimes the most basic simple meals taste the best. A PB&J sandwich with a side of carrot sticks and some apple slices. Fantastic. Tastes delicious. It's full of nutrients. It is cheap. It is so affordable to make that for lunch, even dinner. It's so simple. It's fast. Y'all, simple is easy. Do not be afraid to just feed your family just a PB&J sandwich with a couple carrots and apples. I promise they'll love it. And if you want to spice things up a bit, just grill it. Do you have a panini press or just a skillet? You don't need a panini press. I don't know why I got fancy with little doodads. You can grill it like a grilled cheese, and it takes it up a couple levels, and it's so stinking good. So good. Tip number 9. You listen to me right now, okay? Listen to me. I need you to listen for real. This is very important. Go to your local SNAP or food stamp office. If you are qualified for the Women, Infants, Children program, WIC, go to that office in your area and sign up for every single bit of it. Every bit of it. I don't care if you don't think you'll qualify, try. If you could get $20 a month in assistance, that's $20 a month. That's good. Any little bit of help is great. Do not be ashamed to go get that help. That's what it's there for. Tip number 10, cash is king. In today's age, it's so easy just to swipe that debit card, ain't it? It's just so easy. It's easy, convenient, and it's so fast. Just to swipe, swippity, swap. And you don't have to keep up with cash. So most everybody likes to just use their debit cards. Each week, if you take out what you have budgeted for spending money for groceries, gas, whatever, and you take it out in cash, seeing that cash, seeing it dwindle down will help keep you on your budget. It's easier to know where you stand financially, and you're more mindful of what you're spending when you're dealing with cash because you can see it in real time. Try using cash for your weekly spending. Just try it 1 week. I swear it works, and you will be able to see a big difference. Bonus tip. Here's a bonus one, and I've said this one like a bajillion times, but I mean it with all my heart, okay? Use your money saving apps. There's tons out there, but my favorite is Fetch. All you have to do with Fetch, download the app. I'll leave a link down below if you don't have it yet. But open your Fetch app. Every single receipt you get, doesn't matter from where, every receipt. You take a picture in the app and you scan that baby. And Fetch will give you points. When you get so many points added up, you can cash those points out for gift cards. Real gift cards. And you can spend it like money. I like to get Walmart gift cards with my Fetch rewards because I can help buy my groceries with it. It'd be so nice if they had Ingles on there or Aldi. I love it. I love it. But they do have Walmart, and they have Amazon too if you like to use Amazon. It could help with your Christmas. It could help with birthdays, birthday gifts, anything. But I like to just cash it out to take to Wally World out here and just get some groceries with it. Another one of my favorites is Ibotta. Ibotta is a cashback app. So I'll leave the link for that down below as well if you don't have Ibotta. But it's just coupons without the coupons, kinda. So you select the items that you want, that you're going to go purchase. You purchase that item, then you scan your receipt, and it gives you that cash back. After you hit $20, you can cash it out for real cash. You can send it to your PayPal, your bank account, or you can use gift cards as well. But those are my two favorite, Fetch and Ibotta. But like I said, there's like tons out there. You're making these purchases anyway. You're buying all this stuff that you need, your essentials anyways. Why not use these cashback apps to scan those receipts and get free money? I mean, might as well. You're buying the stuff anyways. Well, that was my 10 with a bonus 11th tip. That was my 10 tips on how we can combat inflation, how we can try to navigate this inflation crisis. I know we help cut our budget so much to try to get through this, and these are a few things that I don't think I've talked about that much that I wanted to add into that in case you're feeling the effects of this inflation and just prices soaring on everything. If you're feeling the effects of that right now and you're wondering where you can make some cutbacks, what can help you increase the money that you get each week or each month, I hope these tips help you. I hope they help you, and I hope your family thrives during these crazy, crazy times. And remember, don't panic. Do not panic. Try to stay positive. If you look at everything negative, you're going to get negative feelings about it. You're going to panic and get scared and have so much anxiety about it. I know it's easier said than done, but just try to stay focused and positive and just look to the bright side, because this isn't going to last forever. Technically, according to how they used to set up the guidelines for a recession, we are currently in a recession, but they changed the way that they figure that out, and we're not in a recession according to the new guidelines, which we feel it. We know we are, y'all. It's okay to say it. We already know, but whatever. $1.49 for a can of Audi sweet peas. Oh, Lord of mercy. It's ridiculous. So ridiculous. I'm upset about that, Audi. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm going to stop my ranting about the peas. Remember, I am linking Fetch and Ibotta down below, so you can download that if you don't already have it. And I am linking a playlist to all of my canning videos as well. And if there are a few things that I haven't mentioned on here, or my other videos where I talked about ways you can save money and get through this inflation, if I've not mentioned that, leave it down below, because I am always looking for new tips. I would love new tips, and I'm sure everybody else watching and reading in those comments would love to hear it too, so please drop those down below. I love you guys. Remember, as always, please be positive. Please look at everything with a positive outlook if you can. It'll just make everything feel so much better. Remember to stay positive, kind, and happy, and let others be happy. And I will talk to you later. See you later, Taters. Bye.